Jury selection is now underway as rapper Young Thug and 13 other defendants stand trial in Fulton County accused of running a criminal enterprise. 11 Alive's Bobeth Yates is at the courthouse in Fulton County for us now. Bobeth?
Well, we have confirmed today that rappers Killer Mike, Birdman, Lil Wayne, Future, as well as Rich Homie Quan are among those who could potentially be called as witnesses. But before that trial gets started, they have to seat a jury. That process still underway right now in the courtroom. And what I'm told is it could take weeks. Rapper Young Thug was front and center today for the start of jury selection in the Young Slime Life RICO trial.
What's going to happen in just a few minutes is you're going to watch a video that has the instructions for this particular trial that you've been summoned for.
The 14 defendants facing trial listened this afternoon as their indictment was read aloud to 200 potential jurors.
YSL is a criminal street gang that started in the late 2012 in the Cleveland Avenue of Atlanta, Georgia. YSL claims affiliation with the National Bloods gang.
The defendants maintain YSL is simply a record label and allege prosecutors are targeting them for their lyrics, which often describe violence in the Cleveland Avenue neighborhood. The judge reading to the potential jurors the criminal charges the defendants face.
While associated with an enterprise, they unlawfully conspire to conduct and participate in, directly and indirectly, such enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity.
Now, the jury selection process is expected to take about 5 to 6 weeks. It got through the system to the courtroom as soon as possible. Now, that does not mean that this case is going to go quicker than normal. We're expecting anywhere from 6 to 8 months, possibly 9 months for this entire trial process. So it could still be a long time.
All right, Bobeth, thank you so much for that update there. You can count on 11
picks back up today in the trial of rapper Young Thug and alleged YSL gang members. Now, this trial could now become a star-studded event in the courtroom.
It is going to be one that a lot of people are watching. Some of the most prominent names in hip-hop could be called as potential witnesses as Young Thug stands trial for gang-related charges in a sweeping grand jury indictment. Molly Oak is live in front of the Fulton County Courthouse ahead of day 2 now of jury selection.
Molly, tell us what we can expect today and over the next several months, because you're rattling off some names that we all know.
Yeah, some big names that you've known either recently or maybe even from your childhood. And this process is not going to happen overnight. It's a long time coming. It'll be at least 6 to 9 months before we see any kind of verdict. Jury selection alone will take about a month, month and a half. Today, 200 more jurors will be reviewed. This comes after 200 were reviewed yesterday. 200 more expected to be reviewed on Friday. Rapper Young Thug was front and center during the start of jury selection. There are potentially more than 420 witnesses that could be called, including some rappers whose names you'll recognize, like Killer Mike, Future, and T.I. 14 defendants facing trial listened yesterday afternoon as their indictment was read aloud to potential jurors, saying YSL is a criminal street gang that's affiliated with the National Bloods gang.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back, another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in on the YSL State RICO case in Georgia, and it has now begun. The jury selection process is underway. Started yesterday, 200 people brought into the building, went through the program and protocol where they read off the case and everything like that. And then that actually continued on today and is actually going on right now as I record this video and as y'all watch and as I speak. They're going to do the same thing that happened yesterday with this group of 200, and then that process will actually happen again on Friday, and then the actual process of who we going to select to actually be the jury for this trial. And I'm going to add a links in the description for 11 Alive where y'all can watch that full video at. Now, you heard a lot of high-profile names, artists, rappers, different people of the industry are going to be listed. This is a very high-profile case. Everybody watching. This is really one of its kind. We ain't seen nothing like this before. So some people actually might come in on behalf of Young Thug and YSL and speak in their favor. There's going to be the other side of witnesses who are going to claim that, hey, these guys are who they say they are. Also, with that going on, we saw 8 people actually plea out, so they don't have to go through this process. 6 guys didn't have a lawyer to actually be in the courtroom with them today or work their situation out. So they'll have to do theirs separate. Now, these guys that's in the courtroom, they up for a big fight, just keeping it all the way 1,000. And it has now came out exactly what Young Thug is facing and what his counts are, and also where YFN Lucci stands. And I'm gonna read this in just a second because his trial was supposed to actually start on the 9th also with his situation, but it has now been pushed back. And one of the writers for Law and Crime said this. She's right there in the mix with it. They got the documents, the paperwork, and everything. Kathy Rousson, out of the 65 charges, Young Thug is charged with 8 counts. Count 1, conspiracy to violate the racketeer, influence, and corrupt organizations. Count 56 and 57, participation in criminal street gang activity. Count 58, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute. Count 59, possession of codeine with intent to distribute. Count 60, possession of cocaine. Count 61, possession of a firearm. Count 62, possession of a machine gun. And that will be considered that switch. That's going to be what they added on after. The drugs and things like that is what they said, and they came up and pulled out the house when they actually went to arrest Thug to pick him up for this RICO. So I'll keep it 1,000. Me just seeing our cases work, all of those counts won't stick. That's just how that works. They won't probably be able to find him guilty on all of those for sure. Everything else, we got to wait and see. Innocent until proven guilty. Now, with YFN Lucci, his was supposed to start, and this is what's going on with his situation. This is coming from George Chitty. And here we go. For clarification, Lucci is on the state's witness list. That doesn't mean he's going to testify, but he could still be called. And don't at me with questions about snitching. I don't care. YFN Lucci's trial was due to begin January 9th. Same as Young Thug's. The YFN gang and RICO case is just as wide-ranging as the YSL case. The two are connected. Lucci is a witness, but Lucci's trial date has been postponed. His attorney said Tuesday no new court date has been set. So that's updated today with YFN Lucci situation. As I said before, we ain't seen nothing like this. Some people have took pleas, so they have pled guilty to their crimes, just keeping it all the way 1,000. Everybody else is innocent until proven guilty. And I want to say this right here, bro. We've seen it, all the rumors and everything online, not speaking on their case, but in our community in general, bro. Let's get some communication. Let's get some understanding to where we don't have to see these type of things going on, because we got fathers in this courtroom. We got brothers, we got sons. And in these cases, we have people that lose their lives, my nigga. And we got to quit crashing ourselves out and ending our situations, man. We are people, we are humans, we are kings. Look in the mirror and say that. I'm not perfect. I get hot-headed, lose my temper. I done made mistakes in my past, and we all have. This chair I sit in is flawed just like your chair. But it's about elevation and growth and trying to make better decisions. I'm not finna come on here and preach y'all niggas trying to keep it. Oh, niggas spinning and drilling, that's entertainment to me. Let's quit crashing out, let's move forward, and let's continue to be better and be great, man. Tell me what y'all think. Mo coming 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.